Dumelang Bagolo, Dumelang. Welcome to the Culture of Afrika, episode 9, featuring the Only Makhaya. I'm so excited to have him here. Welcome to the new platform. As you can see, we're not doing the Instagram lives anymore. They were becoming a bit tricky, a bit too hectic. But I'm so excited to have you guys here. Thank you so much for joining the show. Today, we're talking the creative process. We're going to be getting to know the Only Makhaya a little bit more. So without further ado, Mister, how you doing?
I am very, very, very well. How are you doing?
I'm fantastic, thank you. So it's a pleasure to have you here. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it.
It's an honor. Thank you very much for having me.
So I want to get to know you, man. Shout out. Who are you? Where are you from? Let's get to know a little bit about you, because you're a bit mysterious on the socials. Like, we're trying to get to know you. What's good? Who are you and where are you from?
I think I'm very mysterious purposely so, because I feel like that creates a certain vibe I'm trying to create with people that I want to fall in love with me and my music, etc. So that mysterious vibe is purposely so. You know, the less they know, the better they fuck with you. So I go by the name the Only Makhaya. I'm hailing straight out of the East 011. So I live in Thorn Park. These are my ends. So yeah, straight out of the East, man.
That's wild. I'm from the East too, so that's a bit insane. I'll just stay in Kempton. Yeah, but yeah, shout out. Okay, so where did your love for music start? Because you're amazing when it comes to your storytelling. So I just want to know, how did you know you were in love with music? Let's start there.
Sheesh. Damn, this started about when I was young, around the tender ages of 9, 8. My brother used to make me listen to a lot of rap music. I didn't really, I was just listening to anything that was really on TV. I didn't really have a specific genre. And then my brother put me on to Rick Ross, Lil Wayne. Round about the times where MCV was like a thing. My brother used to play it every day before we went to bed. So that notion, I think, and the love for music started there. I started seeing Lil Wayne on TV with TIs, and then I just fell in love with the craft. And then the love and just progress, it grew just very strong as much as I grew as well. So that's where the love really started.
All right, that's dope. So what do you think your creative process looks like when you're making music? Like, walk us through it. How do you come about creating a concept for a song, for example?
Sheesh, it differs. I won't even lie, it really differs. For me personally, it starts with the beat. I have to feel something. Like, usually it's like, I like saying it's my soul speaking. It's not really me in the moment, because usually I zone out. So the beat has to take me there in the first place, because I just can't, I don't know how to force, right? For me, it's like a soul thing. Even when I go to the studio, my soul has to say, yo, bro, it's studio time. I can't just sit there for hours and hours and nothing is coming out. That's why a lot of people, I feel, when they don't have creative juices, because they force it out of themselves. For me, it's usually just my soul speaking. So my soul takes me there, the beat and my soul stick, and then it just works out.
That's dope. So like, I have a theory, right? So you'll correct me if I'm wrong. But I feel like you're a very emotional person. Like, okay, all artists are, but you get within your feels a lot. Especially it comes through and after Forever Ends. Talk to me about that. Where were you in an emotional space when you were putting together the EP?
I feel like a lot of people disagree with me being emotional, but I feel like I know how to allocate my emotions. With music, I'm very free with expressing myself, but in a day in a life type of a thing, I don't like really showing emotion, because it's not a necessity, So I rather use my mind over my emotions in most cases. But when it comes to music, I love being vulnerable, I love being expressive, I love saying stuff people can relate to. So usually that's where it comes from. So the emotions part, that's what you're getting from my side. So I think when I made After Forever Ends though, it was more or less, I had meaning to write like something very meaningful. I was trying to work on a concept project, So it's kind of based off a novel, and some people will get it at a later stage when I run into depth about what After Forever Ends really is. But it's based off like a book of some sort. Even the storytelling is like, basically I converted a book into an EP. So basically that's what it is.
That's too dope. What book was that?
I don't really want to say the name because people are going to steal my source, but it's a very, very great book. So yeah,
cool. I'm good with you keeping your source, but shout out to you because it translates very well. So what do you think the difference has been between Peace and Progression and After Forever Ends when it comes to your growth as a musician?
For me personally, I feel like with Peace and Progression, I was showing the side that I wanted to show to the world, in a sense, especially the sound. I was teasing the sound I was really trying to make, but in a sense, I was kind of, shying away from it. That's why I had like trap themed songs there, just to say, yo, if people don't really mess with the project, at least these trap songs people might love. So I was kind of fearful to a sense. And then moving to After Forever Ends, I was just like, bro, I'm just gonna make the music I love, the music that sounds good to me, the music I want the world to hear, and how I want people to see or view me. So that's why throughout the whole project, there's only one song that's kind of like trap themed, and it's pesos and pussy, and that's not really trap themed. It's very, very emotional in the beat as well, but that's the growth. So I always say After Forever Ends is a more honest, a more vulnerable Peace and Progression. It's like Peace and Progression was supposed to sound like that.
Yeah. I feel you. That's pretty dope, man. So walk me through your collaborations, because you've worked with some really talented people, just as a talent yourself. I mean, you're amazing with your pen, you know what I'm saying? So talk to me about one of my favorite features on Peace and Progression is with Pop's Not the Father. How did you guys get to collaborate on Peace and Progression? How did you guys meet also?
What's crazy is that I was actually in Kempton Park when that happened. A cousin of mine is really close with the whole squad from that side. So I told my cousin, yo, bro, we're in the studio with Shuku, and then he pulled up to the studio and they homies as well. So we're just working, and then Pop was like, yo, let me jump on this. It was very natural, like how I like most features to be. So that was very natural as well.
Okay, cool. And one of your also prominent other features, I think he has writing credits as well on After Forever Ends, Marcus Harvey. What did he contribute to your project, and how did you guys get to collaborating as well? You know some pretty dope people.
Yeah, me and Marcus linked through IG and a homie of mine. So that whole thing was very coincidental. Even when we were in studio that day, the plan wasn't really to record. It was just to link up and just meet for the first time, just to conversate, understand the vibe, just get to know each other. And the funny story is, we went out to go buy food. We were really starving, me and my boys. And then we came back in the studio, and Harvey was making the beat for next to me. So while he was making that beat, the whole mood in that room just changed. And he was just like, bro, jump on this. And then I was like, say less. So he has some production credits on that. He goes by Don Marco and he produces. So he's really
That's really dope. That's so cool. Thank you so much, man. So like, I don't know. I'm a bit of a fan at this point, and I say this a lot because I guess the only people I get to talk to are people whose music really resonates with me. And I say a bit of a fan because I love how soulful your music actually is. Like, if you take the time to really listen, your beats are soulful, the words that you're saying are soulful. It's like a love letter of sorts. So I just want to tell you that I appreciate your music so much, and thank you so much for putting out music that actually relates. So to everybody that's watching, shout out. We're talking to the Only Makhaya, and this is episode 9 of the Culture of Afrika. Makhaya, we are going to be moving to the plug talk session. So this is the part of the show where you plug people with 5 songs that you think that they should know. But you're going to be plugging us with the 5 artists, and they can catch the playlist on the Culture of Afrika on Spotify and on Apple Music. So shout out, who are your 5 people that you're plugging us with?
My 5 people is my boy B for Bradley. He's a producer / artist, so he produces and has a really dope project out called Before right now. He's really dope. Check him out. Summer Addis, he's also on the project on the song Can We. He's a youngin from the East. He's going to be really, really dope. He has a bright future. My homeboy Corey as well. Corey has a really dope project out right now. His IG is Sad Boy. Someone check it out. It's called Boys with Baggage. My boy K Torture, oh my days, he produced one of the songs on the project too. His new project called Live Not to Forget Death is out too, and that's about it. And myself, I guess.
Yourself? Why are you leaving yourself out though? But thank you so much, Makhaya, for joining us. I appreciate your time. And last question, I just wanted to throw this out at you. What are your dreams and what are your visions when it comes to you in the music scene? What are you trying to achieve or accomplish, for yourself, especially in this creative scene?
That's a really, really deep question. I don't know why. But for me personally, I like to put it simple. I have a lot of goals. I have a lot of dreams and visions that I really want to achieve. But in a nutshell, the main goal for me is I really just want to touch hearts, and touch souls. That's like my goal for me personally. And the rest will just fall into place.
Okay, that's beautiful. Thank you so much. Well, I appreciate your time. I'm so grateful. And I wish you nothing but success with your career. You're doing amazing already. So, ladies and gentlemen, for everybody joining the Culture of Afrika, please remember that you can catch Makhaya's specialized playlist for the Culture of Afrika on Spotify and on Apple Music. And thank you so much for joining. Much appreciated.